What moves and connects is the power of storytelling, and when people dig deep and reflect on what fuels their passion, they then feel that they have the power to stand up, to speak out, to organize.
I think when we craft and work on our storytelling abilities and our narratives, it brings strength. It's like working a muscle, it brings us strength and the ability for endurance.
I took the Change Leaders course in 2016. While I was there, I really focused on being able to create my narrative in a way that it was not only speaking about myself, but how does my story also connect with other people's stories in the community?
The storytelling was just the catalyst for that, for me, to get going and really be more active in a public way. The storytelling left me with a positive feeling that my voice could be heard.
Not everyone feels like they know how to tell a story, and it breaks storytelling down into its core elements, like step by step. Here's how you can tell a story, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that it makes that tool accessible to anybody, which is such a powerful tool.
I actually started with about 7 pages worth of a story, and we distilled that to about 1.5 pages. And basically what we were looking at is what was the real message, and how do we use that message to ultimately encourage folks, motivate folks, to really do that call to action.
Our constituents, ECs, often don't see themselves as advocates. They see themselves as folks who they know they're necessary. They know that the work is incredibly important. They know that their relationships with families and children are hugely important, but they just need a small prompt, a bit of a push to realize that those relationships are their superpower, and that those relationships can change the world, and ICL gave them that.
All in all, ICL speaks about storytelling a lot, and so just making sure that individual stories and experiences were at the center of the initiative and all that we did, and not me necessarily speaking for them, but just amplifying their voices, because we already know everyone has a voice. That's I think utilizing that, and I think that was the biggest thing I was able to take from ICL and their trainings.
You must be able to tell the stories that matter to you, that matter to both of us, and that will take us someplace else. Because the goals are never, ever, ever about a single individual. They are about creating community and teams of people that can move with you. There's a beautiful African proverb that says, "You want to go fast, go it alone. If you want to go far, go with others." And I really believe that. It's not about any single individual.
When I look back, I can't help but think about the butterfly effect and how one little choice that you make, one little action that you do for your future self, for the people around you, can make a whole world of a difference.